I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, steady trying to be about the business too, y'all. I'm doing all I can. But you know what's crazy? In the efforts that I make, I can do more. You know, my father used to tell me something when I was growing up. He said, son, when you've done your best and you've done all you can, sit still for a second and just do a little bit more. Always remember that. He said, when you've done the best you can and you can done all you can think of, he said, sit still for a minute and do some more. And you know what I've discovered in my life? I always have a little more. I ain't ever just out completely. I can't take another step. There ain't another breath in me. There ain't another thought I can produce. I'm never completely out, man. Just take a rest for a minute, man. And then just do a little bit more. And that I can't tell you how many times that's helped me get over the top. You know, I was watching a documentary about people climbing Mount Everest and how difficult climbing Mount Everest was, and how they have on the hill something called like a death zone or killing zone, where the majority of people run out of oxygen and they have to turn back. Well, what's crazy is right in view of the summit. You can actually see the top of Mount Everest from there. But it's that little bit that's left that's the most difficult. Now, I forgot all the reasons why they said most people don't make it from there and more people have lost their lives in that area. I don't know what it is. But the people that make it to the top of Mount Everest, they all had to go through that same zone or that same area. But they had a little bit more that allowed them to get to the top. You know, a lot of people have had accidents up there trying that, so I'm not even really sure if Mount Everest analogy is a good one. But let's just break it down a little bit more. Let's just talk about life. There's a poem I learned back when I was pledging. It's called Don't Quit. It goes like this. If I make a mistake, I'm just trying to drum it up. So here we go. It says, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when your funds are low and your debts are high, when you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when cares are pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't quit. For life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us must sometimes learn. And many a fellow has turned about when he might have won had he stuck it out. So don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and a faltering man. And often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learns too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out. It's your silver tint of your clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight. When your hardest hit is when things seem worst, that you mustn't quit. I remember it because they had a special method of helping you remember stuff back then, but I remembered it. And that poem right there has kept me. You know, we often talk about scripture and everything, and I don't see how I could live without it. But every now and then, man, somebody has a writing. God puts a writing on somebody's heart that delivers a message, man, that can help people. I use every motivational tool that I possibly can to climb this ladder of success or try to be the best father and the best husband I can be. I've done a lot of changing over the years, and so have you. But change is necessary in order to grow. If you don't make changes, folks, you can't grow. I was a young man on my set. I kept looking at him, man, a sharp little young dude just on my set. And he had these dreads, and I mean, they were super long, man. They were well below the middle of his back. I mean, it was just long. And he kept talking to me, and he kept talking to me and talking to me. So the young man kept talking to me, and I said, hey, man, you know, you do your huge self a favor in the business you're in if you got a haircut. You would do yourself a huge favor. I said, your image is everything, man. I said, you keep stopping me in the hallway to try to tell me what you do and what you are. But all I see is your hair. And I keep trying to figure out what you're doing with all that hair, man. Now, you can feel how you want to feel, but I'm like an employer. I employ people. So when I'm walking through the hallway and I try to think of you traveling with me and you sitting in a meeting with me, I try to imagine you in your suit sitting there talking business with me. And so just like other employers are, I'm just having a real story with you. So I said, man, you ought to consider cutting your hair. He said, man, Mr. Harvey, I've been growing this hair since I was a little boy. I said, how old are you now? He said, 28. I said, well, how long you want to hang on to what you was when you was a little boy? You know, if you started growing your hair when you were a teenager, I mean, you're 28 now. And I said, so let me help you understand something. Let me ask you something. What does it do for you? He said, man, it's just who I am. I said, so you your hair? He said, no, but it's a part of me. I say, that part of you that you're hanging on to, what does it do for you? I just like it. Well, dog, I like ice cream, but if I hang on to ice cream and eat ice cream every single day, my body gonna reflect that. What is it that you hanging on to that you don't want to let go of that's prohibiting you from being what all you can be? See, it's hard to be what all you can be if you want to keep being all you was. Don't that make sense to you? So I can't tell you how many times I've had to change. Change is necessary to grow. You can't be all you can be if you want to keep hanging on to all you was. That don't make no sense. How do you go forward if you keep going backwards? You can't stay here and go there. Do you understand that? If you want to go over there, you must remove yourself from right here. Oh, I got right here is comfortable. I got right here is safe. But over there is where the shade is. Over there is where the fruit is. Over there is where the opportunity is. Over there is where the mountain of gold is. So why you stuck on here? You got to leave here to go over there. You can't be all you can be if you want to stay stuck on who you was. Change is growth is necessary, y'all. Let's go.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Another great morning. This morning is a little different than other mornings, though, because normally I open up with, well, I ain't going to stop. I'm opening up with gratitude. I'm glad I'm here. Grateful I made it. Glad I wasn't at the Oscar last night. So many things to be grateful for.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you right now, though. Okay. Okay now. Oh, this what we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, the mouth of the South, Mississippi Monica Jr., the Wonder Boy, Kill Space, and nephew Tommy and myself, we are here. I normally would go, Junior, what's on your mind? But I already know what's on his mind.
Yes, you do.
Because it's on everybody's mind this morning.
Yes, yes.
Unbelievable.
Steve.
Come on.
That was unbelievable.
Hey, let me tell you how crazy it is. I'm not even in the country.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Listen to me, man. I'm in the Middle East. All they talking about. Dog.
What are they saying,
all they talking about, you know, first of all, you got to understand, Will Smith is an international star.
Yep.
Yes.
So
yes,
most
superstar.
people know who he is. Those who don't are trying to figure it out over here. But the number one question is,
Don't know
why did he do that on television?
Yep.
That's number one.
We're all trying to figure that out.
That's a worldwide question.
That,
We don't know.
ooh, if you could take that one back. That was not good, man.
Well, I mean, in his speech, he sounded like he felt justified, though. In his acceptance speech, he also won Best Actor for his performance in King Richard.
Yeah, it puts a blemish on that. I'm sorry. It puts a blemish on it. A big one.
It was the most iconic moment in TV history that Chris Rock said a joke and you got up from your seat and walked on stage.
And hit him.
And assaulted him. That is assault.
Yeah. See, here's the history I know behind it. First of all, knowing Chris Rock the way I do, Chris Rock is not a mean-spirited guy. And he definitely don't do stuff about people's family, wives and stuff. What happens is, and to my understanding, this is what the insiders are telling me, Jada's hair is that length because she has some type of problem. And her daughter had cut off her hair to support her in it.
Yes.
So, and I guess it bugs Jada, which I can understand. Yeah. When Chris Rock made the joke, I don't think it was about that. It was simply about the low haircut, her resembling Demi Moore when Demi Moore did G.I. Joe.
Right.
Jane.
Yeah, Jane.
And I think that the joke was looking forward to G.I. Joe Jane. And that was the joke.
Jane 2.
Right.
Jane 2.
And that was a joke. I don't think it was like cracking on her condition or anything. Because
Yeah,
Will laughed at it at first.
Exactly.
Will laughed. Then when he saw his wife, he went up there. When we come back, we're talking about this morning. I'm going to give you my opinion after I hear from the crew. I'm going to let the crew share their moments.
Okay. All right, coming up at the top of the hour, we saw it last night. We'll talk about it when we come back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve. So we all saw it last night at the Oscars when Will Smith walked up on stage and smacked Chris Rock in the mouth for telling what we all thought was a harmless joke, which comedians do all the time at the Oscars. Will laughed at first about the joke. Jada didn't like it, and here we are.
I don't think that Chris, knowing Chris, was talking about a condition in her hair. I don't even think he's aware of it.
I don't either.
I'm just talking about the G.I. Jane joke being she cut her hair off like Demi Moore. Will Smith laughed at it at first.
Yes, he did.
And then he went up on stage and slapped this dude. Now, kudos to Rock for being professional.
Yes, sir. He's a G to me. Chris Rock is the ultimate professional.
And he took the slap like it was from a third class. He didn't buckle or nothing. He just went boom. And then he said, damn, man, Will just slapped the sugar honey iced tea out of me. It was a joke, man. It was a joke. Yeah. Okay, what you all's thoughts?
Well, okay, initially, Steve, I thought it was a bit. I honestly did not believe.
I did too.
I did not believe that Will Smith walked up on stage like that without an explanation and just smacked Chris Rock in the mouth. I just didn't. I could not believe that. Not on this night. Not on this night. Everybody said Will was the favorite to win the Oscar. All of it. It was Will's night. Why would you do this, Will?
I think he blemished his whole night. I think he blemished his Oscar. This was the most unclassy thing I have ever seen this guy do ever, man. Ever.
Yeah.
Y'all know me. Oh, I couldn't
ride
have been
down,
Chris.
Mr. RideDownThere.com. Yeah.
Oh my God, Will, I'd have beat your ass at the
You would have reacted, huh? I think for me, the issue, it was so much going on. Like, I thought it was comedy too. I thought it was a skit. I thought it was a comedy bit. Once I realized what was really happening, I was mad. I was mad that it happened. It was such an iconic night. Will Packer Productions, produced by a black man. Beyonce performing, opening up. Just how big the night was, and for it to be where you go on stage and assaulted a man for a joke, I just thought he overreacted. You assaulted Chris Rock. Will, come on. This is us. This is our community. That's what kind of hurt me the most, Steve.
I'm so surprised he was able to stay there and not be escorted out because of his violent act. It was more than Kanye did at the Grammys with Taylor Swift. It was just beyond. It was
way beyond what
that was violent.
Kanye. Yeah, it was way beyond that, and we talked about Kanye. We're still talking about it, when it comes up. But this right here, I couldn't believe it.
No, I thought it was a skit. I did. I thought
I
it was,
did. I thought it was a bit.
they've been doing skits all night long. So I
Yes.
said, okay, well, then here go another one. And we had Will on the show, and he said, we got some surprises. I was like,
Yeah.
this can't be one of the
Will
surprises.
Packer, you mean? Will
Yeah.
Packer,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Junior, have you been crying all night over it?
About this whole, about
your
the whole,
voice.
about the whole thing, big dog.
Cause your
I'm
voice,
telling you.
man, did this send you to tears? Cause your
Yes.
voice sound like you been up all night weeping.
But here's another thing. Like we said earlier, Will Smith won the Academy Award for Best
Hands
Actor
down.
for his performance in King Richard. He apologized in his acceptance speech to the Academy, but not to Chris Rock. This was your moment to humble yourself and just say, hey, man, I overreacted. Brother, I'm sorry. Whatever. I apologize.
For real.
And move on.
Yeah, whenever y'all want my opinion, let me know. But let
Right
me
now.
just say
Please.
this.
Go ahead.
Right
Let's
now.
go.
Let me
Let's
just say
go.
this.
As a comedian, come on, King.
I'm
comedy.
telling you right now, slap one of the kings,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we gonna have to immediately go to commercial break.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about I had one of them. You sure ain't slapping St. Louis. You ain't slapping Chicago, the late great Bernie Mac. You damn sure ain't slapping Cleveland. So I don't know what you finna do, dog. And you ain't gonna slap Compton. So I'm trying to figure out. But Chris Smaller, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could not believe he did it. I have an opinion, but I need some minutes though. I need some minutes.
It's
You
your
got
show.
time.
We got minutes.
Yeah, you got time.
minutes.
Let's go.
Give it
Okay,
to us.
here's the deal. First of all, I was a bit torn because I didn't see it actually because I'm out the country. So I saw just a piece of the tape. Then I watched what Chris said. Then I watched his acceptance speech and I watched it all up. So I'm torn between a man defending his wife's honor, and then I'm torn between dignity, and then I'm torn between the joke. The joke was not a vile joke. Now, if he said, your wife can do this to me and do that to me, down, I'm coming up there and putting my foot on you. But that joke he told was not a mean-spirited
Right.
joke, and I don't think he did it with the intent of knowing that Jada has a problem with her hair, because Chris Rock ain't that type of dude. Secondly, so I can understand the defense of your wife, but the way he should have did it was after the show.
Hello.
He could have stepped to him and said, hey, man, and he could have slapped the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth, and then they could have worked it out. But I thought it was a real punk-ass move to go up there on national TV where you can slap this brother. See, this is how you know it was some Hollywood-ass mess. He slapped the dude and turned his back and walked off. Good and hell well in real life,
That's when you
man.
get your ass.
Dog,
That's
you
what I'm
slap
saying.
if you slap a black man in real life and try to turn your back and walk off, it ain't no way you can do that. Will Smith knew what he was doing. He know the moment and everything, but he blew it. He absolutely 100% blew it. And he put Rock in a place where Rock had to do the only dignified thing he could do.
Thank you,
Was
Chris
stand
Rock.
there and took the slap like a man. I got more to say on it.
All right, we'll be back with more of Steve's commentary on last night's Oscars
right.
and Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. We'll get into that right after this. Jeez.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we all saw it last night. We've been talking about it all morning. Everybody around the
Man.
world, Steve, you say, is talking about it. You're halfway around the world, and they're talking about it over there.
It
Will
was
Smith is international.
it was early morning over here.
Uh-huh.
Man, but like I said, here's the thing of it. I understand that defending the honor of your wife. I'm that dude. But you're going to have to do
He
something
didn't dishonor her.
for that. He didn't do that. That joke was not worthy of the reaction. If he was going to have a reaction, I think that Will should have done the man thing, was step to him afterwards in that press room, and if he wanted to slap Chris then, he could have slapped Chris in the press room and seen how it went. But see,
Will laughed.
he laughed at the joke till he saw Jada's reaction. Now, now, let me tell you something. That's a Hollywood move now. To go up there on national TV, slap another black man, turn around your back and walk off because you know he can't do nothing. See, and I know this. I know he know this because Will been in Hollywood long enough. So now to turn your back and walk off, you're going to slap the dude and then turn around and walk off. You know in real life that ain't the way this going to go. You already know.
But you know
that.
what, dog?
And Rock is a Jersey boy. So no. So, and I didn't think the moment was that. And I think he overreacted like Carla said. He paid too much into the moment. His acceptance speech, that was raggedy, apologizing to the Academy. But here's what I think is going to happen. When this go down and wake up the right way, there's going to be some type of banning from the Oscars of Will Smith.
Yep.
Because, look, they took Kanye off the Grammys for saying
a racial slur.
A racial
Trevor
slur
Noah.
about Trevor Noah. They took him off the Grammys. The Oscars is all Hollywood is about. It's their biggest moment. And for you to do that on their biggest moment,
they don't condone violence. The Academy does not condone violence.
Denzel told him right.
Yeah.
In your biggest moment, it's when the devil come for you.
Yeah.
You should have handled that totally different, man. He owes Rock an apology.
But you know what, Steve?
A public apology. Just like you did that publicly.
I was waiting for that during his speech last night. I was waiting for him.
Let me tell you what I think this
Chris,
is,
brother,
y'all.
I apologize.
All this stuff that built up about him and his wife and their marriage, that stuff has been brewing so long. You guys have been putting yourself out there for so long. Now you on front page, and now if anybody says anything, you ready to attack. But you put this out there. Y'all been putting this out there for months.
All y'all business.
Right, or
all your business for months.
How else would we know it if they didn't tell us?
Right.
We don't know what's going on in their bedroom or anywhere, anything about their marriage. Yeah. We just loved Will and Jada. That was it. Now all this stuff has come out. Let me repeat what Chris Rock said, Steve. Chris Rock said, Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. That's all he said. That's what he said.
Right.
Jada, I love you.
No. That's not a slap you in the mouth moment.
No.
And dog, I know Chris Rock. Chris Rock would never do that to a person's wife. Look, man, me and Chris Rock have had personal moments about this because somebody said something about my wife one time and Chris Rock called me about it. He's not that type of guy.
Yeah.
He's not. And I heard the joke and it didn't call for all of that. Will Smith did a Hollywood slap. He showed his ass on national TV when he knew it wasn't going to repercussion. Listen, man, we black men. You know how this go. You slap a black man, dog, anywhere but there. Just slap any black dude and see how it go. Right. You slap a dude that drive Pepsi truck. See how it go. You can slap the dude down at 7-Eleven. See how it go. Slap a black dude in his mouth.
Tommy.
And
you'll see.
It's not gonna happen. It's not. It's not gonna be what Will think.
No.
Yeah. Hey, let me explain something to you. I wish you would slap me. I wish you would. And let me tell you something. I might not be able to whoop you, but we damn sure finna find out.
Yeah.
We finna find out.
We got to find
to know
out.
something.
And see, I can get whooped. I know I can. I ain't what I used to be. But I tell you what I still am, though. I'm that one.
Yeah.
That I ain't the turn the other cheek dude. I ain't never been him. I just think Will did a Hollywood moment, man. Yeah. And I think there's going to have to be some repercussions. They got to do something. This is the biggest night in Hollywood. You can't do this to this man. This man, you asked him to come and be a presenter. He wrote a joke which comedians
He was invited. Yes, he was invited to be a presenter.
And you let somebody walk up on that stage and slap a presenter on national TV. Then you give him now he can keep the Oscar. You ain't got to take the Oscar, all that. I don't care about all that because he did a great job in the movie from what I understand. That ain't what I'm talking about. But he knew who he was slapping and where he was slapping him at.
Right.
I just hate it, Steve, because this is Will Packer's big night.
That's the other thing.
He did an excellent job, man.
Yes,
he did. It was flawless up until that point. Up until the slap, it was flawless, in my opinion. That Will Smith and Will Packer and Shayla Cowan did an excellent job on the Oscars. Excellent job. It was flawless up until then. Really.
Okay, hey, now listen to this. Listen to this.
Okay.
have the official statement from the LAPD.
Come on.
Yes, we have.
It says LAPD investigative entities are aware of an incident between two individuals during the Academy Award program. The incident involved one individual slapping another. The individual involved has declined to file a police report. If the involved party desires a police report at a later date, LAPD will be available to complete an investigative report. Let me explain something to you. Even the NFL, with all the players they got, they have conduct clauses. What's going to happen to Deshaun Watson is simply because of the accusations. They're going to suspend him. Mm-hmm. They'll suspend you for the behavior.
Now, Will consequences Smith, for your actions and your behavior.
Talking about, I want to be an ambassador of that kind of love and care and concern. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all of my fellow nominees. Yo, dog.
After you apologize to Chris Rock, that's who you should have apologized to.
I don't think Will Smith understands the ramifications of all of this. Mm-hmm. He will forever be remembered for this moment right here.
Yeah.
And it's going to tarnish him in a lot of ways. And it's sad because the dude's career is stellar. Look, they can't take nothing from Big Willie about his acting. He's a bad boy. Can't take nothing from his men. And I get it, but like Tommy said, this is all build up from all this public scrutiny they've been under. But they was the one on Red Table talking about it.
Yes.
Me personally, I wouldn't sit there and say a
we
damn
didn't even
thing.
know.
Turn that table.
We didn't know about the entanglement.
How did we know?
Y'all
How did we
told
know
us this.
about August Alsina? How did we know this?
The
You
slap
all
went to
told
the
them.
wrong person. Really.
Hello.
You ain't slapped
Misplaced anger.
Right.
But see, now he didn't get slapped.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
All
saying.
right. Yeah. All right. Are we talking about this more?
Yeah,
I
top
think
of the
we
hour.
are.
Yeah, we
I
talking
think
about
so.
it.
I
One
think
more
so.
time.
I think we are. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll talk more about this incident at the Oscars last night, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, in a nutshell, last night at the 94th Annual Academy Awards, produced by Will Packer and his partner, Shayla Cohen. It was one of the most iconic moments in history. We all saw it. We saw Chris Rock walk on stage, do jokes about acknowledging the mostly mask-free audience before making a reference to Jada Pinkett Smith and saying, "I love you, Jada. Can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2. Take a listen."
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
And then it happened.
Then he,
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television.
But see,
I would have beat your ass.
But see,
Will
no.
Smith.
See,
right
see,
there,
the moment for it was what you're calling the most iconic moment should have been the fact that we had a black producer for the Grammys.
Thank you.
And a black female assistant producer of the Grammys. That Beyonce, for the first time in 5 years, has come back to do an award show.
And
that
she
there
opened
were
it. It's amazing.
Two black women and a third woman, Amy Schumer, hosting the Grammys. That there were, Oscars.
Yeah.
That there were black people out on the red carpet. Mm-hmm. See that
DJ D Nice DJ
that Will Packer set up a night. That should be the iconic moment of this show. Now we've lost all of that.
Yes.
Yep.
We've lost all of that. Now see, damn diversity. some black people was allowed for the first time to participate in a way that we've never participated before.
Years.
There ain't no damn diversity. That's some damn black people finally getting to participate in the biggest award show of the night. Now, for it to be marred with this, that's the mistake. And the thing of it is, Will Smith He knows the moment. He knows the grandeur of moments. He has been there before. This dude is Hollywood. Will Smith ain't no rapper. He ain't from the grit. Will Smith is Hollywood.
Why?
He Hollywood.
Okay, Steve.
Why do we always destroy us? Why do we?
We can't have nothing, Tommy. Nothing.
We do that to ourselves, man.
We can't blame the white man for this. Can't blame the white
man. Nothing. This is us. We do this to us.
Yeah, we do. It was just.
But see,
I was shook.
Here's the sad part.
Me too.
Here's the sad part.
Come on.
We are the only race that's responsible for the actions of one another. See, we shouldn't even have to say, why do we do this to us? Because what that does is that keeps them doing it to us, because now we do it to ourselves.
That's
See,
right.
We've got to understand what's really at play here.
The moment,
Big Willie is smart enough to know what this moment is. Now, I got what you're trying to say about God got me defending, my family. Oh, dog, but this wasn't necessary. See,
Steve,
don't put God in it and then walk up there and do something ungodly.
Yes. Will is not a gangster anyway.
No,
he's not. He's not. He's not. He's not a gangster. This is not what you do, Will. This is not what you do.
I think Kanye think this was stupid. You know what I'm saying? I think Kanye think this was stupid.
And that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's saying a lot right there.
Well, let me ask you, Tommy. Do you think it was stupid?
This was outstandingly ignorant right here. This right here.
He tried to get fancy with
the residential expert.
Yeah.
He said,
This was disrespectful,
Steve,
man.
Yeah. Steve, I want to go back to what you were saying. You were saying Will knows Hollywood. Will is Hollywood. Will is an international star. To me, isn't that all the more reason for him not to do this? For him not to mess up a moment?
Shirley, that was the exact reason why he shouldn't have done it.
That's what I'm saying.
But then at the same time, this was the reason he did it. He knew he could walk up here, slap this man, and turn around and walk off, and wasn't nothing gonna happen. Look, man, we all from down the way know how this really goes. You walk up and slap a black dude, no matter what happened, there got to be something for that. Will knew but the enormity of the moment, which was the mistake he made, and like Denzel told him, in your highest moments is when the devil come for you. So now you can't put this off on God, talking about God has called me. Right. God didn't send you up there. You never do that. Bishop Kenneth Olmer taught me one thing. God's voice has no sin in it. Mm-hmm. So when you say God called me to do something, and then you walk up there, man, no, dog, come on, man, slow down.
Apologize to Chris, Will.
I got it. You apologize to me, but I'm gonna slap you back though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I loved Amy Schumer. Okay. All right. We'll have more about the Oscars right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we've been talking about it again all morning. I mean, how could we not? It was such an iconic moment last night at the Oscars when Will Smith walked up on stage and slapped Chris Rock for a joke Chris Rock made about Jada Pinkett Smith being in G.I. Jane 2, the movie. Jada, I love you. Can't wait for G.I. Jane 2 is what Chris Rock said. That was it.
That does not warrant
that was it.
Man.
No,
yeah.
That ain't enough.
I'm through.
We still wouldn't know who won Best Documentary.
And, I'm so I really thought it was a joke. I really thought it was a skit.
We all did in the beginning.
I just could not believe that Will Smith did that. I could on live TV. I could not believe that he did it. And
not with the class.
Fact of the matter is,
the class we thought Will had. It just don't line up. It does not line up, man.
I still say Chris Rock is a G. He was a professional.
Oh, he was a class
handled the moment, stayed on stage, did the Oscar winner, presented the Oscar to the Roots. It was for Summer of Soul. He was
Summer of Soul, yeah.
Let me tell you something. Chris Rock is the man to me.
You know what? And speaking of Chris Rock, you know he's going on tour with Kevin Hart. I wonder if he'll put this incident
this
in
30
his,
minutes.
I know, right?
Hey.
You think
everybody hates
Chris.
Write
about it? Yes. You think he's going to write about it?
And let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
You're done.
He will respect and not mention Jada, because that's not what the joke was about anyway. But Will Smith, though, he can buckle up. It's going to be some brilliantly funny stuff coming out of this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just really torn with this whole thing, man. I'm not like really disappointed in Will, because I don't really know him like that. I just know of him like that. But the part that I hate the most of it is he did it in a way where he knew he could get away with it. I'm telling y'all, man.
So that's why he
know
did
how
it.
Bruh, come on, man. He ain't walk nobody else, slap nobody else. Will ain't that dude, man.
You ain't been slapping
people. That's a damn TV moment.
No,
Dog, you done had plenty of reason to slap somebody now.
Yeah.
But but a violent moment? I don't get it. It's not making any sense to me. It just doesn't.
Man.
Oh, and by the way, Steve, the LAPD released a statement about the assault, and as of now, Chris Rock has not pressed any charges.
No, Chris ain't gonna press charges, because Chris, that dude. No.
But that was assault. He assaulted him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, though.
You heard
it
that
ain't
slap.
over.
You heard it.
It ain't over. But hold up. But let me tell you something. You don't have to. You know, you don't have to press charges.
Right.
You do understand
I see what
that.
you're saying. Yeah.
Any district attorney can look at that and bring charges.
All right, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
5 recent surveys have indicated strong support for President Joe Biden's decision to nominate Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson for the Supreme Court seat that retired Justice Stephen Breyer is vacating. According to an average of 5 polls, about 53% of Americans supported Jackson's confirmation, with about 26% of Americans opposed. If Jackson's ratings hold up through her likely confirmation, she would be the most popular nominee to be confirmed since John Roberts in 2005. So, here's what's next for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. Democrats hope to consider Jackson's nomination as soon as today, March 28th. But objections from any one committee member could lead to a nomination being held over for a week. And it's a safe bet there will be Republican objections, okay? Jackson's nomination will head next to a vote in the Senate Judiciary Committee that's slated to take place on Monday, April 4th, and she could be confirmed as early as April 8th. And that's what we want to hear.
That is good news.
Yes. Yes.
One person.
Yes.
Class act she is, and
she truly
smart. Brilliant.
She get in there, we got to warn her about Clarence. You know, he ain't good around black women. You don't know how that
Is Clarence sick or is he hiding? What do you think?
Well, I think he's out of the hospital.
He's out now, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
His
out.
wife might be hiding.
Nah, she might catch the case.
Yeah. Leave her.
Yeah.
Man, that white woman ain't afraid of nothing. Nothing. Ain't nothing gonna happen to her.
You don't think he knew?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he knew.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Steve?
Even if he didn't know, what he gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're saying he should resign. He should resign or be impeached. One of the two.
See, you know, where she holding that, you seen that family picture where they got their dog?
No, I haven't seen that. What about it?
You ain't seen that picture? The dog is closer than he is. He look real secondary to that dog. Ooh, that ain't a good sign, Clarence.
Oh my God.
Well, at least he's out of the hospital. He had an infection or whatever. At least he's out now.
Oh, I don't want nobody. I don't wish no bad on nobody physically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean it, but
Right.
you know.
Right.
If your wife got something to do with this insurrection.
Yeah, she needs to do her time. Yes.
Yeah, you had something
Like
to do
everyone
with
else.
this treason and all of that.
Man, he can't control that white woman. I don't know why y'all think that he
What,
can.
Jay?
He
Tell
can't.
us
He
how you
got
really
no
feel.
control over.
She just does whatever
none.
she wants, Jay.
Did she climb that wall? Can she climb that wall?
Hell no.
She went to the rally.
Yeah, then she left. That's why they said she left.
Yeah, she said she left because it was cold, which is a lie.
No, she left because she got caught.
Yeah.
Changing your story.
She got spotted.
She went to check her trap, make sure everything was in place. Then she left. Yeah.
Clarence
He gave her speech. We want you on that wall. We need you on that wall.
Come on, a few good men. Come on.
You can't handle the truth.
Jack
All right.
Nicholson.
Okay.
But again, you know, we're just supporting and loving Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson right now.
Yes.
You know, looking forward to her confirmation and making
You know what
history.
about her? I was listening to these whole things that they're doing. She's more qualified
Than anybody in the room.
over half the judges that are in the position. And she's more qualified than the people that are questioning her.
Than the
Yes.
senators. Exactly right.
Without
Exactly
a
right.
doubt.
Them podunk senators that's questioning her, they can't hold a candle to this woman.
No.
And what was
But they
Lindsey
talking
Graham
to her
so
about,
angry about?
oh, that fool. And then Ted Cruz holding up the little book. Are you saying by this book that children are racist? Yes. If your funky mammy and daddy is racist and have taught you the N word and you in elementary school, you're damn right your baby racist.
Mr.
Sitting up here
Cruz.
got a little 4-year-old in a Ku Klux Klan robe. The 4-year-old is racist.
We got to stop you from using mammy, though. We're going to have to stop you from using mammy.
Please. All right, coming up next, the nephew with the prank phone call for today, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at 4 minutes after the hour, today's Strawberry Letter, okay? And the subject is they want equal treatment. But right now, it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. Neff, what you got for us?
I don't know. I don't know if I could be stupid this morning. I don't know, y'all.
Oh, you can. You can. Don't doubt yourself. Believe in yourself.
No. Just keep talking. Go ahead.
I don't know.
we'll
I
hear
don't
it.
know. You know, there's always you know that you could be in a stupid depression, you know, and I'm in a stupid all-time low right now. Yeah.
Why?
I'm just not feeling stupid today, you know?
No, it's like
But you are, though.
Because
you are.
You pulling
Yeah,
it
you
off.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an involuntary muscle. It just happened for you.
Yeah.
If you think it's there, I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm a little depressed because I don't feel stupid today. I'm going through it. It happens.
But
All right?
trust.
Who you
is
are,
there.
though. Who you are.
Let me just say this to you, Tommy, as a confidence builder. You've never missed.
Yeah.
I think you act your absolute stupidest when you don't think you are.
Man, that's a boost. That's a pick me up.
That right there
That part,
has been the
that
most
part, that
alarming part to me. See,
Yeah.
like right
You
now,
think so?
right there. See how you questioning it? As stupid as you've
stupid.
been, for you to even question it, that's
I see where
stupid.
you're going with this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see where you're going with
That's
this.
true.
Steve. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, I just feel like this morning I have not said nothing stupid that really has registered. You know, I haven't said anything.
Right here.
that-
Are you
Well, let me
listening?
play devil's advocate. You haven't said anything like super intelligent or smart either.
Either.
So,
That's for damn
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
right. So,
What's that?
you got to
Wait a
feel
minute.
stupid. You have to right
Oh
now.
no, Tommy, I got a word from God. You stupid.
My child.
The Lord done weighed in. You got to believe that.
Okay. Let's give it a shot.
Don't ever doubt yourself, Tommy. Don't ever doubt yourself. Be confident.
No,
Be
not
confident
yet.
in
I
your
just,
stupidity.
it just ain't, it ain't quite turned over, but it's all right. I'll work with it. This right here is that ain't.
Are you sleepy?
No, I'm not sleepy. I just don't feel stupid. I just
But
don't.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Steve. The more he talks, the
Is
more
he listening?
it comes out. It comes, yeah.
Facts, surely.
Yeah.
When you say, when one of your lines is, I just don't feel stupid.
Yeah.
That don't say it all to you right now.
Oh, that's not
everything.
Yeah,
you know
I see
what?
Steve's point. Yeah, it went over my head the
it's
first
right.
time.
I ain't missing it right here. Huh?
I got
Yeah,
it. I
just-
got it.
Just keep talking. Keep
I'll
talking.
tell you right now, Tommy. The fact you trying to reach the feeling is stupid.
Point.
Man.
All right, let's try it. We're gonna try it with a prank. This right here is stop now. I'm going through it. This right here is that ain't my brother's baby. Okay? That ain't my brother's baby. All right, let's see if I can be stupid. Cat dog. Don't worry about it. It's something I need to take care of. I'll talk to.
Hello?
May I speak to Terry?
This is she.
My name is Daryl. Damon is my brother. I don't live in Dallas where y'all live at. I'm the one that live out of town. But we didn't have a family meeting and talked about it. And I know Travis is your son. He 8 years old. But the problem is, the reason why I'm calling you, Terry, is because we done found out that Travis ain't none of Damon's child.
Excuse me?
Travis ain't none of Damon's child. He been paying you child support here for the last
Wait, hold on. And you said your name was who?
I'm Daryl. I'm Damon's brother.
And who gave you this information?
We all done found the information out. We actually gonna go down there to the courthouse and get all this stuff rectified. But we done found out that Travis ain't none of Damon's child. And he been sitting up here sending you money, $700, $800 a month, and this child ain't even here. Now I hate for Travis to find this out, and he gonna have to find it out. But
wait. He ain't finna find that. Why are you calling me?
look, the family done had a meeting, and I'm the one that they decided to make the phone call and tell you what's going on. Now, I don't.
But you don't have a damn thing to do with this. You ain't nobody daddy over here, so I'm not sure what you're calling for or who died made you king, or wanted you to be head in charge to call, but that is not gonna work out.
But why are you doing this to my brother? That's what I'm saying. For 8 years, the man been sending you $700 something a month, and this ain't even his child.
Well, why am I even talking to you? I'm not really sure. Your brother need to call me if he has any problems or questions. You have a good day. Hello?
You don't hang no damn phone up on me. Damon told me your little ass was hard-headed anyway. Now, look.
Wait a minute. You know what? You got the wrong one, baby. Like, I'm trying to not lose all my religion today, but you about to make me lose it on your
about to make me lose what?
You don't know who you with over here. So, like I said before, my son, your nephew that you try not to claim over there, I don't know why you came from wherever the hell you said you came from to Dallas to try to start some mess.
I came from California down here to Dallas, and I'm telling you.
You need to take your black come back to California because down here, you don't know me like that.
No, I don't know you, but I'm finna know you, and Travis finna know that my brother ain't his daddy. I
don't know. You know what? You need to talk to your brother again. That's what you need to do, and you don't need to be talking to me.
You finna send us all the money my brother done sent y'all.
And when I do,
look,
when I send all that 8 years worth of money back,
you gonna send every dime back because it belonged to my brother. That ain't my brother's child. Now we ain't got time to be going on no Maury Povich show or nothing to find out who the daddy.
You know what? Like I said, you picked the wrong one. It'd be your best bet not to call me anymore. It is a good thing that you call, because if you came knocking on my door, you'd have got your worth today.
No, you go. That's my second thing I'm finna do if we can't rectify it over the phone. I don't have a problem coming over there, knocking down some doors and getting some questions answered. Because, damn it, this ain't Damon's baby.
Obviously, you must wish it was yours since you're taking so much interest.
No, it ain't mine. But it ain't Damon's either. And we got 700.
You must not have any and looking for some. But I'm sorry. This one's taken over here, and Damon will continue to pay what he owes.
Damon don't owe
another. That's what's wrong with you brothers now. You don't want to pay. I'm sorry. He's going to continue to pay, and you can call whoever you want to call and do whatever you want to do. So go back and tell your mama and everybody else who waiting for this meeting to let them know it ain't happening.
Look, my mama ain't got nothing to do with it. Mama been.
You said your mama and all y'all got together. She the same way. I see where you get it from. You act just like her. Y'all some nosy people. Mind your own damn business. That's a grown man.
That ain't. My mama said it from the get-go that it wasn't her, it wasn't Damon's child.
Nah, that means your mama's a two-faced lie because you ain't what your mama said.
You ain't finna sit here and bring my mama up in this.
Well, if you know so much, then come knock on my door. Come knock on my door if you want to.
We done the math. $750 times 12, then times 8 is $72,000. That's how much money my brother done sent you, and that's how much we want back. And I need you to get to working on this money now.
Okay. Why don't you come over here and get it?
Don't get your whooped today, Terry.
Come on over here. You don't see him get that whooped. You in Dallas.
When is I don't care nothing about I'm in no Dallas.
This ain't California.
So what?
I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time talking to you. Like I said, your brother is a weak. If he got to have you, y'all had a meeting, and you got to be the one to call. I'm not really understanding.
Look, I got one more thing I need to say to you. Is you listening to me?
You know, you getting on my damn nerves. That's what you're doing.
You respect me. Are you listening to me?
You what?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked.
Oh, my God.
You just got pranked by your sister Tanya, baby.
You know what?
She say, talk to her about her baby daddy and that baby.
Yeah, I don't play with the children. Oh, my God. I'm so embarrassed.
All right, let me ask you this. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I feel my stupid coming back.
Oh,
I feel my stupid
Pretty
coming
stupid,
back.
Right? I think you got it. I think you got it.
Yeah.
It never left. All right. Thank you, nephew. Coming up next, the Strawberry Letter subject. They want equal treatment. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com by clicking Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. You never know. It could be yours. Yeah.
Could be. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Subject, they want equal treatment. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm in my late 40s and my sister-in-law is my best friend. My brother is cheating on her and she found out from their 6-year-old son. I was keeping their son and we went to visit my mother, his grandmother. Well, my stupid brother had his girlfriend over there having a fish fry in the backyard. My mother was in the house mad as heck, but my dad was outside with them because the woman has a really nice body. My nephew didn't see the woman, but my mother was so upset that she unleashed a rant and the boy heard it from the other room. He could not wait to tell his mom and she called me and lit into me about it. I told her that I was clueless and she didn't believe me. My brother blames me for bringing his son over to our parents' home. My brother ended up moving in with my parents temporarily and continued to date this side chick, even though he was trying to work things out with his wife. I am stuck in the middle because he has me counseling the side chick, begging her to be patient while he figures out how to leave his wife. He's not leaving his wife, and I want to tell his side chick that, but that would be even messier. The side chick wants equal treatment as his wife. His wife wants it all if he wants to go back home. She wants a new ring and a recommitment ceremony with a big fancy honeymoon. The side chick said if she's going to stay with him, she wants a commitment ring and a big vacation to a romantic island to prove he's all hers. I told him he's in way too deep and he needs to get his affairs in order. I've been living with this guilt for almost a year. My therapist said I should come clean and be honest with both women. Should I do this to my brother? Okay, no, don't do this to your brother, okay? But you got to look at what it's doing to you. And way more importantly, you can't do this to yourself. You just can't. You got to get out of the middle of this. This is a mess and this has nothing to do with you. You're not cheating on anyone. You innocently took your nephew to see his grandparents and now you're getting it from all sides. Your brother's mad at you, your bestie's mad at you, and the side chick even has something to say. And she shouldn't have anything to say about any of this. It's amazing to me, though, that a 6-year-old little boy couldn't wait to tell his mom about the side chick. I mean, he must be really advanced, because when we were kids, we constantly heard the phrase, stay out of grown folks' business. But his mom probably put him up to it. I don't know. Listen, you've got to start blaming yourself in all of this, and stop letting your brother punk you. And his side chick and his wife, your bestie, they're all using you. You got to stand up for yourself. Tell them all to kiss your behind. You had a choice: kiss your behind, tell them to work it out, and tell them to leave you out of it. You could tell them one of those or all of those. All it is misplaced anger on the wife's part, and trying to place blame on the brother's part, and trying to get something out of it on the side chick's part. I mean, your brother's mad at you, yet he's the one cheating. Your best friend is mad at you, although it's her husband that's at fault here. I mean, I think you should get you some business immediately, because clearly you have none, because you're in this. You got to stop feeling guilty and thinking you caused this, and get on with your life. I mean, you've been going through this for a whole year now, feeling guilty. You're the one that needs the getaway. They need to all pay for your trip, not them. They don't need to go anywhere. And as far as your therapist goes, fire him, whichever. You're the one that gave you this bad advice about coming clean. Steve?
Excellent response. I think what you said is spot on. I agree 1,000% with everything you said. I can't really add nothing to this except a very unique perspective, because there's some lies being told in here. Yeah. And that's where I come in.
I love it.
Now, this woman that wrote the letters is writing because she's stuck in the middle, obviously. I'm in my late 40s, and my sister-in-law is my best friend. Okay, there you go. My brother's cheating on her, and she found out from their 6-year-old son. So the aunt was keeping her nephew, which is the 6-year-old. Went by to visit her mother with her nephew, which is the mother's grandson. Your dumbass brother had his girlfriend over his mom and daddy house having a fish fry in the backyard. My mother was in the house mad as heck, as most women would be, but my dad was outside with him because the woman had a really nice body. I don't know if that's the reason. I think the daddy was out there because, well, the daddy was just being the daddy. See, the problem in this letter is, now, you say your nephew didn't see the woman, but your mother was upset and was ranting, and the boy overheard in the other room, and he couldn't wait to go tell his mom, and she called me and lit into you about it, and I told her you was clueless, and she didn't believe me. Well, why would you take the boy, the nephew, over to your mother's house if you knew your brother was over there with another woman? There's no way you would have done that. Because you're a nice aunt, you wouldn't have done that to the boy. But your dumbass brother over there, you know what the problem with your brother is? He got too much support for his BS. That's what's wrong. And when we come back, I'll explain it to you.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Thank you, Steve. Subject of today's Strawberry Letter, they want equal treatment. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter and finish up with your response. The subject, they want equal treatment.
Yeah, you know, this is kind of crazy. This woman got a brother that's cheating, and she was keeping the brother's son, who is her nephew. Her best friend is her brother's wife, which is her sister-in-law. She go over to the house. Her brother got a chick over there having a fish fry in the mom and daddy backyard. That's ignorant to begin with. Now, the mama in the house mad as heck, but you say your daddy was outside with him because the woman got a really nice body. My nephew didn't see the woman, but your mama was so upset she unleashed a wrench. The little boy heard it. He couldn't wait to go back home and tell his mama. your girlfriend, who is your best friend, the sister-in-law to your brother's wife, who is your sister-in-law and your best friend, lit into you because she thought you was in on it. You told her you was clueless and she didn't believe me. I said before, why would you take the boy over to the house and expose your nephew to some garbage? You had no idea he was over here. And you didn't take the boy in the backyard. He just overheard the grandmother talking. So now what didn't happen because of this? Your brother that ended up moving in with your parents because he done got put out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's continued to date the side chick with the banging body, even though he trying to work things out with his wife. Now, you say you stuck in the middle because he got you counseling the side chick, begging her to be patient while he figure out how to leave his wife. Then you say he ain't leaving his wife, and I want to tell the side chick that, but that would be even messier. Your brother is the one that's at fault in this whole thing. First of all, cheating on his wife. Second of all, he took the side chick to his parents' house, having a fish fry in the backyard. The daddy out there supporting the son, and now he got you counseling the side chick. The best way to do people who bring BS to you is let them lay in they BS. Get out of the support system business. Don't ever help nobody do wrong. Unless you're a man, and this is your boy. It is our obligation to help each other.
Whatever, man.
I'm sorry. It is, Shirley.
Rules are different.
It's different rules. Because I got news for you. Okay, now hold up. Now let me help you understand this.
Okay, go ahead.
If your girl gets in trouble, you gonna help her. Because that's your girl. Now, y'all don't ever talk about that side of it. But y'all comes to each other's rescue because I've heard it.
What does that have to do with the letter?
Nothing. It's just don't get mad at me when I tell you that the only way you're supposed to get involved in this is if y'all was boys. You should stay out of this because your best friend is your sister-in-law.
Right.
So you definitely shouldn't be counseling the side chick. Because your brother got everybody involved in his BS. Now, the side chick wants equal treatment as the wife. Now, listen to this. His wife wants it all. If he wants to go back home, she wants a new ring and a recommitment ceremony and a big fancy honeymoon. That ain't just to show commitment. She just really wants some stuff. She just wants some stuff. Really? Because you're going to take a man back if he do that?
She does.
This is some things. You're considering taking him back because you want him back. But you want some things with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Recommitment, bigger ring, fancy honeymoon.
Yeah.
But now here the problem is.
Bling, bling.
The side chick said if she going to stay with him, she want a commitment ring, a big vacation to a romantic island, to prove that he's all hers. I told him he in way too deep and to get his affairs in order. Let me explain to you what's wrong here. Your brother is telling both women the same thing. That's what's wrong.
Yep.
Because if he was telling them the truth, both of them might not be demanding the same thing. But he's telling both of them, I want to be with you. Give me a minute to work this out. Getting a divorce is difficult. Give me a minute. I'm working this out. I got to get this chick out of my life. She tripping. This wasn't nothing. This wasn't even about her.
Right.
Baby, I want you. Because here's what bruh can't do. He don't have the money for an apartment. That's why he had to move back in with his mom and daddy. Ain't no way in the hell he can buy 2 rings. And he damn sure can't go on 2 vacations.
A honeymoon and a romantic getaway.
So as soon as y'all quit supporting this BS, it's going to all come to a head. Now, you say you've been living with this guilt for almost a year. That's because he got too much help. Your therapist says I should come clean and be honest with both women. Your therapist is a woman.
Because a man would never say that.
Ain't no way. The only way a man would say that if he wanted to sleep with you. Your therapist is a woman.
Yeah.
Fire them.
Yeah.
And this ain't the time for that.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. Hit us up on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM.
She's a woman. I
Strawberry
said.
Letter. You can also check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up next, it is Sports Junior right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, in a nutshell, last night at the 94th Annual Academy Awards, produced by Will Packer and his partner, Shayla Cowan. It was one of the most iconic moments in history. We all saw it. We saw Chris Rock walk on stage, do jokes about acknowledging the mostly mask-free audience before making a reference to Jada Pinkett Smith and saying, "I love you, Jada. Can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2. Take a listen."
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television.
But see,
I would have beat your ass.
But see,
Will
no.
Smith.
See,
See,
the moment for it was what you're calling the most iconic moment should have been the fact that we had a black producer for the Grammys.
Thank you.
And a black female assistant producer of the Grammys. That Beyonce, for the first time in 5 years, has come back to do an award show.
And
that
she
there
opened
were
it. It's amazing.
Two black women and a third woman, Amy Schumer, hosting the Grammys. That there were, Oscars.
Yeah.
That there were black people out on the red carpet. See, that
DJ D Nice, DJ.
that Will Packer set up a night. That should be the iconic moment of this show. Now we've lost all of that.
Yes.
Yep.
We've lost all of that. Now see, damn diversity. Some black people was allowed for the first time to participate in a way that we've never participated before.
Years.
There ain't no damn diversity. That's some damn black people finally getting to participate in the biggest award show of the night. Now, for it to be marred with this, that's the mistake. And the thing of it is, Will Smith He knows the moment. He knows the grandeur of moments. He has been there before. This dude is Hollywood. Will Smith ain't no rapper. He ain't from the grit. Will Smith is Hollywood.
Why?
He Hollywood.
Okay, Steve.
Why do we always destroy us? Why do we
can't have nothing, Tommy. Nothing.
We do that to ourselves, man.
We can't blame the white man for this. Can't
this
blame
ain't
the
white man. Nothing. This is us. We do this to us.
Yeah, we do. It was just.
But see,
I was shook.
Here's the sad part.
Me too.
Here's the sad part.
Come on.
We are the only race that's responsible for the actions of one another. See, we shouldn't even have to say, why do we do this to us? Because what that does is that keeps them doing it to us because now we do it to ourselves.
That's
See,
right.
we've got to understand what's really at play here.
The moment,
Big Willie is smart enough to know what this moment is. Now, I got what you're trying to say about God got me defending, my family. Oh, dog, but this wasn't necessary. See,
Steve.
Don't put God in it and then walk up there and do something ungodly.
Yes. Will is not a gangster anyway.
No,
He's not. He's not. Apologize to Chris, Will.
I got you apologize to me, but I'm gonna slap you back though.
Yeah,
I love Amy Schumer. Okay, all right, we'll have more about the Oscars right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Last night at the 94th Annual Academy Awards, we saw Chris Rock walk on stage, do jokes about acknowledging the mostly mask-free audience before making a reference to Jada Pinkett Smith and saying, "I love you, Jada. Can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2." Steve, I want to go back to what you were saying. You were saying Will knows Hollywood. Will is Hollywood. Will is an international star. To me, isn't that all the more reason for him not to do this? For him not to mess up a moment?
Surely. That was the exact reason why he shouldn't have done it.
That's what I'm saying.
But then at the same time, this was the reason he did it.
Unbelievable.
He knew he could walk up here, slap this man, and turn around and walk off, and wasn't nothing going to happen. Look, man, we all from down the way know how this really goes. You walk up and slap a black dude, no matter what happened, there got to be something for that. Will knew that, but the enormity of the moment, which was the mistake he made. And like Denzel told him, in your highest moments is when the devil come for you. So now you can't put this off on God, talking about God has called me. Right. God didn't send you up there. You never do that. Bishop Kenneth Oldman taught me one thing. God's voice has no sin in it. So when you say God called me to do something, and then you walk up there, man, no, come on, man.
All right, we'll have more right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for a game of Would You Rather. Would you rather, think about this one, guys. Would you rather be a middle-class white woman or a rich black man?
A rich black man.
Rich black man.
B. Yeah.
Steve said, I just want to stay me.
I want to stay black.
I just want to stay me. A rich black man.
Yeah. I don't know though. Membership has its privileges. These white
women. That's the point of the Would You Rather. Yeah.
They got it made.
Y'all had it.
I missed it.
You didn't. Okay. Would you rather be a middle-class white woman, or a rich black man, which you already are? Middle-class white woman or rich black man?
Why the hell would I want to be a middle?
Privilege.
Nothing to be
they
no
can do
white
anything,
woman.
say anything. Get
I don't give a damn what they get to do.
Okay. All right.
I'll be a rich black man and just say it anyway and just suffer the consequences. Which pretty much what I've done anyway. So.
Yeah, you're going to stay you. You just stay you. Mm-hmm. Right. All right. Would you rather eat free at Chili's for 1 year or no eating out for a whole year? Free at Chili's for 1 year.
Or
just no eating out for a year. Yeah.
I'm eating in. I'm not going to do chili for a year. I'm going to die at that point.
I had a lot of experience with that 2 for $20. I'm going with Chili's.
baby back ribs.
I've had a lot of dates at this place. I'm good at it. That country fried steak, got it. I know exactly what it is.
Stephen J.
That sizzling plate, Junior. Yeah.
Fajitas.
I haven't been to Chili's enough times in my life to even know. So, I mean, I haven't been to Chili's.
Yeah.
So you're going to, as much as you love having dinner out, though, Steve, so you're going to stay in for a year? No eating out?
So the choice is to eat out only at Chili's for a year or stay in and eat for a year?
Yeah.
That's it. You got it.
No, I'm going to stay in. You know how many pictures I'm going to have to take at Chili's?
It's about the food or the...
I don't give a damn about the food. It ain't but 2 Chili's. And Steve coming tonight.
Yeah.
Man, hell no.
Every night.
That's funny, Steve.
You know this where Steve eat.
All right, one last one. Let's see if we can get to this one. Tell your mate how you really feel. Would you rather tell your mate how you really feel or cry when she's mad at you?
B.
Still B?
Cry
no
my
way in
behind.
hell I can say what I really feel.
Because if I do, she gonna be crying.
We both gonna be crying, right?
Both of us will be crying then.
All right, coming up, thank you guys. That was Would You Rather for today. Coming up, it is our last break of the day, and we'll be back
It
to
is the
close
last
out
break
the
of
show.
the day.
Oh, yes. And we'll have some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, guys, on this last break of the day on this Monday. We've been talking about it again all morning. I mean, how could we not? It was such an iconic moment last night at the Oscars when Will Smith walked up on stage and slapped Chris Rock for a joke Chris Rock made about Jada Pinkett Smith being in G.I. Jane 2, the movie.
That was it. That
Yeah.
ain't enough.
I'm just really torn with this whole thing, man. I'm just so... I'm not like really disappointed in Will because I don't really know him like that. I just know of him like that. But the part that I hate the most of it is he did it in a way where he knew he could get away with it. I'm telling y'all, man.
So that's why he
know how to... Bruh, come on, man. He ain't walk nobody else, slap nobody else. Will ain't that dude, man.
You ain't been slapping people.
That's a damn TV moment. Dog, you done had plenty of reason to slap somebody now.
Yeah.
In closing, I wanted to talk about being motivational and becoming motivated. I spend a lot of time. I search Instagram for motivational things to capture my attention. Of course, you gotta weed through some of the garbage that's on there. But I spend most of my time looking for motivational stuff. And I'm online, YouTube, looking up motivational speakers and stuff because I enjoy hearing other people's takes. My two of my favorite people is Bishop T.D. Jakes and Joel Osteen. Those are two of my favorites. But I'm going to tell you something, though, man. When I look online and I'm scrolling through Instagram, you know who really, really strikes me? It's two people. It's a man and a woman. Coach Stormy. Coach Stormy, I see her on Instagram a lot. And she's a former dancer who has turned her life completely around and really, really gotten into the motivational thing and has really helped a lot of people. She does it in a flashy kind of way, you know what I mean? And I would imagine it's not everybody's cup of tea. But I wanted to take a moment, man, to just say to that sister that she's really giving it a shot, man. And when you hear her story and where she comes from, see, you have to understand a person's journey to even understand their story. And because their story is not similar to the story you hear from other people, is because the journey to where they got to is not that of other people. And a lot of people may not be some people's cup of tea. She may not be your cup of tea, but she's affecting some lives out there. And I just wanted to say that I recognize that. Whether you think of great as a person or not, that's your thing. It's like this. I've learned a lot from former inmates. But people get hung up on the fact that they were an inmate. So, Steve, how you listening? Well, because I'm looking at somebody who overcame. I'm looking at somebody who found a way to turn their life around and get it right. You know what I mean? And once again, maybe not your cup of tea, but I don't really look at stuff like that because I've learned in my life not to judge people. Because while you judging and everything, remember you got a story too, and you got a history and a past that everybody don't know about. Now, just because everybody don't know your history or your past don't mean you ain't got one. So while you snubbing and turning your nose up at somebody's story, hey, suppose we knew your whole story. Suppose we knew the truth about you. So I'm okay when people expose themselves and become transparent and tell you the way they got to where they are. I'm okay with that, but I just wanted to say that about that sister, man. I think she's effective. I think she's helping a lot of people with her story. Now, she ain't Oprah. I got that. But then let me ask you a question. Who is? She ain't Tyler, but who is? She ain't Michelle Obama, but who is? She one of a kind, just like those people are one of a kind. Also, I want to take my hat off to Eric Thomas, man. Eric Thomas, the hip-hop preacher, That boy right there, man, I'm telling you, man, when I really want to find something, I don't know nobody that's more passionate about being a motivational speaker than Eric Thomas. Let me tell you something, man. I listen to everybody. I listen to John Maxwell. I've listened to Tony Robbins. I've listened to a lot of speakers, man. I have yet to see the orator that Eric Thomas is. He's passionate. I was reading in the comments one time, this lady, I could tell who she was. Why is he so angry? That ain't anger. That's passion. How can you do that? I get accused of that sometimes. Mr. Harvey, why you so angry? I ain't angry. I'm passionate. But that dude as a motivational speaker, Eric Thomas, that dude right there is on point. And I'm saying that to you to say this. Instead of spending your time going down to see what's on TMZ, take half of that time and start putting it into motivational speakers and just hearing what people's theories are. I've learned a lot from people, man, by just hearing their little thoughts. I get thought starters from people all the time. So take yourself off of TMZ and take yourself off of TikTok trying to get a laugh and try to pour something into yourself. A lot of these motivational speakers, I find many of them are coming straight from biblical principles, which are all most positive. Motivational speeches are spiritually based. But that's just a suggestion to you, man. Just try it. You know, it's the beginning of the week. Instead of looking so much at TikTok and TMZ and watching TV, take some time to pour something into yourself from some of these motivational speakers that can probably just get some of your thoughts started for you. That's all I wanted to say to you today. And once again, like I always say, if you didn't like that closing remark, just join us tomorrow and maybe you'll like that one, okay? And once again, as always, y'all, talk to God. He'd love to hear from you today.